Thomas is a tank engine who lives at the big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. Thomas was one of the first engines on the railway, and he came to help build it. But after that, he became the big station's pilot engine, shunting all the trains for the bigger engines to take on journeys. More than ever, Thomas wanted to take a train of his very own one day, and he'd complain about it to the other engines. One day, I'll take a train of my very own, and prove I'm just as capable of doing it as you guys are. Well, Thomas, there's a lot that goes into pulling trains that you don't meet the guidelines of. First of all, you're too impatient, and you're going to leave something behind. Oh, rubbish. I'll show you.
Hello everyone, today I have a surprise for y'all. One of the new Trackmaster 80th anniversary models of Thomas. Now I picked this up in my local Walmart, and I just figured I don't have any of the new merch yet, so I'm just like, you know what, why not, I'll pick it up. Because I've been wanting some of this for a long time. So without further ado, let's get this open. Now, right off the bat, you can already tell that this is a good model. Sorry if I'm being a little quiet, I'm just trying to get this open. But yep, I love the proportions of this. I think it's one of the best models we've gotten in a while. I'll admit, a couple of things are questionable on it, but overall I'm just really excited to have this. Yep. And so, sorry if I'm not talking as much. So yep, overall this is a great looking Thomas. I love how this has some of the details on the previous Trackmaster models we didn't have before. The only ones I have here to compare it to are the All Engines Go model, which seemingly left some impact as it's now taller than the pre-All Engines Go models, as shown on my 2021 Talking Thomas here. I also love how they painted the front of the running board white. I love how the cab has an accurate height. But, however, there are some things that I have to question, like why doesn't this splasher line up with Thomas's first wheel right here? But another thing is, why aren't these back buffers painted? But those are things I can overlook, except for this error is kind of noticeable. But I love how they finally printed off the tail lamp for Thomas. And this face is peak. I love this cheeky face. Thomas just looks like he's scheming something with it. I'm also questioning, like, is this supposed to be like splattered water on the side of Thomas? Like, I would guess so, but that hasn't been confirmed by anyone that I know of. And I love the more detailed side rods too. The 80th anniversary merch is just cooking. However, another thing I find weird is that the whistle is unpainted, but again, I can overlook that. So yep, overall this is a pretty neat looking model. I love the proportions of it, and this is a peak Thomas altogether. And I also love how he has his season 23 modifications with the rivets and handrails on the side of his cab. I am gonna go and put him over here and talk about the trucks now. These trucks also have good looking faces with removable crate loads to them. There's really not much else to say other than I love all the detail they painted on the trucks. I love how Mattel's finally giving the fans the love they deserve with the classic Thomas & Friends looks. I'm hoping I can get the other characters eventually, and I'm praying to God that they make more than 7 characters in this range so far. So yep, I'm gonna go and put some batteries in Thomas real quick and then take him on a little test run. Alright, so here's Thomas in the trucks. I put batteries in him now, so let's test him out.
Again, I only have wooden railway track, but the track masters fit just as well on them. So, without further ado, let's get started. That's all for this video. See y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye. The next morning, Thomas woke up bright and early. He marshaled trucks for a train. Ed would let me take his trucks for him while he did shunting in the yard. I will forever be grateful for this moment. Come along, don't dawdle. And Thomas ran around to the front of the train as fast as he could. He was far too excited. Just then, the guard blew his whistle, and Thomas was on his way. Oh, said the truck. Not so rough now. We'll pay him out, they muttered to themselves. Come along, said Thomas. Presently, Thomas made it to Gordon's Hill. It was hard work because the trucks were holding back. Now, said the trucks. Just then, they pushed into Thomas. On! Whoa, help, called Thomas. The trucks were pushing him faster and faster down Gordon's Hill. Presently, they approached Mountain Station and Thomas was diverted into the siding. He slammed on his brakes and stopped just at the buffers. Thomas sighed in relief, but it was short-lived, as the fat controller had seen everything. Thomas, he said, what are you doing here? Why on earth did you come in so quickly? I didn't mean to, sir. I only brought Edward's cars for him because I thought it would be a nice change. You have a lot to learn about trucks, little Thomas. That's why I sent Edward on this job instead of you. If you're not prepared to be patient, then I will have to keep you in the yards. No, sir. I want to get out of the yard and pull trains and be a really useful engine. Well, then you can start by being patient, Thomas. You'll have to stay in the yards for a little while for this little stunt. Off you get now. Yes, sir, said Thomas sadly. Thomas has learned his lesson now.